Hey YouTube, thanks for stopping by the channel and thanks for clicking play today. Today I've got a great video for you. Carlisle is just over a week away and we have some last minute mods that we have to get installed, some pieces that we've picked up from C8RallyDriver.com. We wanted the hood supports and the rear hood supports in edge red and also the access covers in edge red as well, so we can kind of offset this new edge red intake that we've put on here recently. So if you guys like what you see in this video, please go over to C8RallyDriver.com. There's hundreds and hundreds of products. Type in the code DBM Racing at checkout. You can get 10% off the whole store, okay? Also, like, share, and subscribe. Help us keep bringing you good content like this so we can keep getting more products into review, getting them on the car, letting you guys see what they like. You know, you guys get the install videos to see what's going on, okay? So hang with us today, guys. This shouldn't take long at all. These are just simple bolt-ons. We're going to go over the instructions and how to get this done for you. Let's get into it today. Okay, so unboxing here. Wow, these are packaged really nicely. I thought Paragon's packaging was nice, which it is, guys, don't get me wrong, but goodness gracious. Look at how good this is here. So we've got these access plate covers here in the edge red, which of course you know is our colors, and then the latch plate here in black and edge red. Wow, that looks good. That's a substantial piece, guys. Like that is a solid piece. But again, look how good the packaging is here. The screws even come with a little bit of Loctite on them already. Nice. Again, we're gonna get these onto the car here. Last minute mods before Carlisle. And then the other thing we have here that they sent, which came in this box here. Again, packaging on point, guys. Like C8 Rally Driver, you guys killed it with packaging. So let's see. Aha. Wow. Guys, look at the packaging here. Look at this. That is unbelievable. And gosh, these look so good. Oh, these are super light too. Holy cow. There's nothing to these. Can't wait to get these switched over, but get these on the car before Carlisle so we can show them off. Wow. All right, so this is the piece we're going to be replacing here today with the billet piece from C8 Rally Driver. It has three, as you can see here, T40 bits, and then you have to disconnect the strut rod here so that way you can take this piece out, put the new one, and then use it. That's really easy. That just takes a flathead screwdriver. You get in and pop it out. But you're going to want to support this side, either have somebody else hold it or have like a padded, like a prop rod or something. So that way when you disconnect the strut here, this side doesn't want to come down, and that way you don't get torque on that, because you could crack your windshield or crack anything else on that back end there. But you want to make sure you have this supported before you do that. You can't really take one off and leave the other one on. It doesn't work because it'll sag really bad. And it's light, but it's heavier than you would think. All right, so I've disconnected this, but I just want to show you here. Right here is where you disconnect these. You get this little flathead, get in there either way, top, bottom, pull up on it, and you literally just pop it right off, and that's all you have to do. All right, and let me get my bits, and we'll get that off and get it swapped out. All right, and C8 Rally Drivers supplies 6 of these washers here to go in before we put our bolts on. These are universal as far as right to left. I'm going to get the first 2 hand tightened, then put the other one in, then I'll get them laid down and tightened down. 1 second here. All right, torque down. We'll torque down the front and then the middle one. Putting these back on here is much simpler than getting them off. Basically, you lift your strut up or your trunk up, and then you just push it on like that, and then you're good. All right, let's see how this looks compared to stock. All right, so C8 RallyDriver piece in the edge red, like the intake there, and then over here, stock. So if I back this back out and we look at this together like this, that looks so good with the red carbon fiber, the edge red piece there for the billet strut holder, and then the edge red intake that we've replaced. I'm gonna do this other side. You guys don't need to see that. It's the same side by side. No issues there, but what a good piece. We're gonna get the access covers here on in just a second. All right, so one thing I should have done on the other side, but I just figured it out. I mean, again, this is why we do it. We learn, right? So I took out the first two bolts, then I broke this bolt loose, and then just very gently slid it over here on the side. Just make sure it's not rubbing or scratching. But this gives you much better access to this rear bolt, so you don't have to worry about trying to keep it from hitting the front panel here against the firewall. So there you go. Okay, I'm putting this bad boy back on. I'm going to do it the same way where I started this bolt. I'm going to tighten it not all the way down. That way it keeps everything out of the way, and then I'll bring it over like this and then secure the last two. All right, so I opened up the garage door here so you guys can see in the sunlight and some better light. It's blazing hot here in Georgia right now, but you guys can see this, man. Goodness gracious, that looks so good. And then let me get back the red carbon fiber from Paragon, our custom painted edge red intakes that we can do, the X-Brace here from EOS, but look at this from C8 RallyDriver. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Now guys, if you like what you see on this video, go to C8 RallyDriver, type in the code DBM Racing, you will get 10% off the entire store. So DBM Racing gets you 10% off the entire store. Go there, check it out. They've got tons and tons of products. I mean, hundreds of products. We're gonna get done with this one here. We're gonna do the access cover or access covers here in just a second. You'll see those. Those also you can get on the website in multiple colors to match your car. Okay, so you guys can see where these access covers are gonna go. Here is the engine bay here, and then just kind of move forward just a touch here on the front. Now getting in here is gonna be a little tricky as far as getting behind this and not catching this with your ratchet, but the rest of these should be okay. But just being very careful. We'll get them off one on each side, and these are really going to pop. I'm really going to like these. These look great. So these are T30 bits here, and I may have to get my smaller ratchet just to make sure that when I get to that top one, I can get it in there. But it doesn't take much pressure, guys. It doesn't take much torque to get these moving out, okay? But just be very careful when you're working around your paint, especially the exterior paint of the car. Like, you just want to be really, really careful, because it doesn't take much for one of these bits to, or your hand to slip on one of these bits, just like it did there. And go across your paint, and now you've got a scratch or gouge in your paint. These T-bits are pretty sharp. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'm gonna have to get my smaller wrench to get into that back one there. Nope, we're not gonna take a chance. Okay, so I have a much smaller, and it just fits. I mean, just fits. That is really a tight fit. You might have to just use some Allen wrenches to get it out, but that's a pretty tight fit there, so, all right. Man, these things look amazing, but can't wait to get these on the car. I'm gonna start with this one, since it will be the more difficult, and then I'll just hand tighten them as I go here. And then put them on, but man, a lot of those look good. And I like to, no matter what I'm doing, I like to align crossways. It's kind of the best way to do that. All right, get our looks like even with the small wrench, the length of my T-bits, I had to kind of hand thread it a little bit to make sure that I could fit it behind. Let me get it engaged again. I'll give it a little bit of twerk. You don't need very much at all on these things. These are not a critical piece, they're just an access cover. So just hand tighten them. Don't crank them down crazy or you will mess something up. So just be very careful. Just very gently hand tighten them, and that's really all we need to do. And just make sure you are carefully locked in on. All right. Of course, I'll get these wiped off and cleaned up, but now that is a huge difference over stock. Let me take you around and look at the stock one. Yeah, that's night and day, guys. Come on. Come on. You guys know you need those. All right, I'm going to do this one here, and then we'll look at them both. All right, so now that I've wiped my grubby fingerprints off, you can see here, like, look at the difference that makes. Man, C8RallyDriver makes some good parts. And these billet mounts here are absolutely fantastic. I can't say enough good things. Again, guys, if you like what you see on here, go to C8RallyDriver.com, type in DBM Racing. You'll get 10% off the whole store, and you can get some awesome accent pieces like this. Man, that looks so good. Well, YouTube, that's it, man. Nothing to this install. That took me maybe 15 minutes, and that was even counting me walking down to the other garage to get my small ratchet, so that way I wouldn't bang against the trunk lid on the back. But nothing to it. They look absolutely amazing. I hope it comes through on the camera so it looks as good for you guys as it is here in person. I did lift the garage up so you guys can see it in sunlight. It is blazing hot in Georgia right now, so I didn't want to leave that open as much or any longer than I had to. But, you know, again, guys, if you like what you see here, there's so many products, and their anodizing is an exact match on the color as far as the edge red intake and the edge red on the brakes. So again, if you have a car, your Corvette, and you want to match some color, you want to add some accent pops, and you want to match your colors, go to C8RallyDriver.com. Again, you guys can punch in DBM Racing at checkout. You get 10% off the whole store, okay? Save you guys a little bit of money, and these are absolutely amazing, fantastic products. They look so good. They're lighter than the factory ones. They're much better, much more robust pieces for both of them. And then you guys will hopefully get to see these on the car. Again, Corvettes at Carlisle is a week away. We've got some scrambling to get done. I had to get these last minute mods on. I could not have these off the car. I've got to get, you can see the carpet there. I've got to get my rear put back together from when I changed my intake manifold and swapped that out to the Edge red one. But we're going to get that back, get this car buttoned up, and then next week we're going to head up to Carlisle. So like, share, and subscribe, guys. If you haven't, please keep following us here on the channel so we can keep bringing you guys more product installs, product review, a lot of great content. We've got some good racing content coming up. We've got the first ever C8 Z06 versus E-Ray videos that we did last week. So we're bringing you good content here. So help us out. Share, make comments at the bottom, like these videos, and follow along with us. Thanks for stopping by today, guys, and we'll catch you next time.